What does advanced security and compliance includes? At its most simple level, it is the people, processes, and tools to achieve your compliance goals. There are dedicated roles that have to be filled, dedicated skill sets that have to be developed and applied. What First Call tries to do is provide you with those people, mature processes, effective tools to meet your goals. Cybersecurity attacks growing in sophistication. How do we stay up to speed and stay ahead? What I would ask people to consider is, do you have the basics in place first? Can you stop the basic, most common attacks first? We're involved with other groups of cybersecurity professionals, involved with national agencies to keep up on the latest. But you would be surprised how often the most novel, sophisticated cybersecurity threat is thwarted by simply having a good standard cybersecurity practice following well-established standards. Common cybersecurity threats. By far the most common that we see is business email compromise. When you're thinking about how to defend against these kinds of things, you do want to invest in your prevent layer, attack the foothold from being gained, but you also need to consider what happens if the prevent layer is breached. How can you detect that it happened? How can you mitigate any damage before a payload is delivered? The payload can be them going through your email looking for account numbers or pretending to be you. The payload can be stealing data and ransoming it back to you. The important part is to remember layers. If they get past the prevent layer, how do we detect? How do we mitigate and prevent that payload from being delivered? And then if something does happen, how do we respond? Do we have a plan? And how do we recover? Can we get things back up and working again? When it comes to regulation, what we're focused on is financial institutions, banks, credit unions, government mandated compliance. So think critical infrastructure. We try to focus on the similarities between these to create streamlined processes and effective compliance. When you're dealing with cybersecurity, there's a couple different approaches that are effective. One of them is to bring it in-house. There are a few folks you need to hire, and sometimes that isn't practical or doable for organizations to bring on that level of cost. It is an extremely effective approach if you got the money for it. The other option that is effective is outsourcing. We work with many organizations. We're able to do this at scale. We have extremely mature processes to help keep the cost as low as possible while still getting the results that you're looking for.